Have you ever wondered what happens when two predators both carrying deadly venom encounter each other? In today's video, you will witness horrifying moments of venomous snakes hunting and cannibalizing their own kind, captured on camera. Authentic footages exposing the ultimate harsh survival instinct. Let's explore right now. California Kingsnake versus Rattlesnake. The California Kingsnake is constricting a rattlesnake. Its specialized snake hunting habit turns it into a vital ecological link to control populations. The keen sense of smell at the tip of the tongue helps accurately locate amidst the fierce tug-of-war.
Locates the head, and with a quick strike, leaves the path.
The kingsnake is equipped with special enzymes in its blood, helping completely neutralize natural toxins.
And prepares to swallow the suffocates.
Every time the rattlesnake exhales, the hunter's muscles immediately fill every gap. The oxygen source is cut off. The rattlesnake gradually exhausts and fades away. The hunter successfully subdues the opponent, preserving maximum energy for digestion. The kingsnake begins to swallow the prize from the head.
Until the meal is consumed in its entirety.
Thanks to flexible elastic lower jaw joints and independent movement, it slowly pulls the entire large prey deep into the stomach, ending a spectacular hunt. Rat snake versus indigo snake. On the arid, rocky ground, a deadly encounter. A rat snake clashes with an indigo snake. The indigo snake does not use a suffocation constriction blow. It relies entirely on muscular weight to crush and chew the prey alive. Before this overwhelming strength, the rat snake almost certainly holds a death sentence. A fatal bite to the head. The rat snake coils and struggles frantically, but in vain. The indigo snake's jaws contract like a hydraulic pincer. It chews continuously to dislocate the spine, completely neutralizing the victim's ability to move. The rat snake sprays a pungent foul fluid from its cloaca, aiming to make the enemy falter. But the indigo snake is an overly stubborn hunter. The smelly trick fails. The match ends, despite the rat snake still gasping for breath. The indigo snake's jaw muscles contract continuously, slowly swallowing the prey whole into the stomach. cold massacre bearing the signature Indigo snake brand. Kingsnake versus Copperhead. The clash on the dry leaf layer happens tensely. The Kingsnake has proactively tracked the target. The Copperhead falls into panic. Instinct tells it to struggle and run away. But the Kingsnake was faster, biting and constricting tight. Under the heavy pressure, the Copperhead twists itself fiercely. It looks for a gap to escape. But every effort is blocked by the Kingsnake's muscle coils. The bodies of the two snakes are wrapped tightly together. The Kingsnake maintains a steady constricting force. The humus ground becomes an uncompromising battlefield. The Copperhead exhausts and stops thrashing. The Kingsnake adjusts its posture, preparing to swallow the prey. This process brings an ironic outcome. 2 pouches of pure venom will slide straight into the Kingsnake's stomach. Here, the acid layer decomposes complex protein chains into amino acids. The most terrifying chemical weapon eventually turns into a high-quality protein source. California Kingsnake versus ringneck snake. On the desolate rocky beach, the hunter California Kingsnake is carefully probing the target. The ringneck snake tries to slither away to hide, but unintentionally becomes an ideal meal. The California Kingsnake launches a lightning-fast strike, locking the target's head tight. The ringneck snake struggles, flipping over to display its brilliant orange belly. This is a defense mechanism aimed at making the enemy falter. Despite carrying mild venom, this weapon is completely harmless before a specialist in eating other snake species. The swallowing takes place overwhelmingly. The Kingsnake uses flexible jawbones, pushing each side forward to encompass the victim. Thanks to the breathing tube at the base of the mouth, it still breathes normally, even though the throat is jammed tight. Gradually, the ringneck snake's entire body disappears. This meal provides enough energy for the Kingsnake to survive for many weeks to come. Indian Cobra versus Golden Tree Snake. The life and death encounter takes place right on the ground. The Indian Cobra locks the target onto the Golden Tree Snake.
Chez ce serpent, tout est colossal.
The Golden Tree Snake has the ability to flatten its bones to glide for hundreds of meters. But when trapped on the ground, it completely loses the advantage.
Les infimes vibrations du sol et atteindre sa cible.
As quick as a flash, The Indian Cobra bites accurately onto the opponent's head.
Avant d'attaquer.
The golden tree snake's extremely strong heartbeat now turns into a pump. Rapid blood circulation pushes neurotoxic venom to the brain with maximum speed. Self-paralysis happens quickly. The golden tree snake's body immediately deflates due to complete paralysis of the rib muscles. The Indian cobra does not need to constrict, just leisurely locks the head tight, slowly sucking this brilliant yellow and black glider through the esophagus smoothly. King Cobra versus Green Rattlesnake. A life and death battle, exposing the harsh instinct of nature. The King Cobra has buried its fangs into a green rat snake. Despite having no venom, the green rat snake immediately counterattacks with constricting power. It wraps tight in coils around the enemy's head. By locking the king cobra's jaws, the prey hopes to prevent the venom from being injected deeper to prolong life. The king cobra waits for its neurotoxic venom to take effect. This type of venom will destroy the nervous system, making the victim gradually become completely paralyzed. The green rat snake's endurance slowly depletes. The once very solid constriction coils now slip off gradually. The feasting process begins. Flexible jaw structure helps the hunter easily swallow the long, slender prey. A cold but inevitable outcome of the food chain. Mussurana versus Rattlesnake. The clash between Mussurana and Rattlesnake is a confrontation between two biological weapon systems.
Qualquer tipo de ameaça, ele vai largar essa refeição, ele não vai se arriscar a largar esse banquete, essa luta entre esses dois titãs.
The Mussurana possesses a body specialized for constricting prey. It creates pressure far exceeding the opponent's tolerance. The rattlesnake responds with a high concentration of venom. However, the Mussurana contains proteins capable of neutralizing the toxins of viper species.
De dentes que ficam no fundo da boca. Os dentes estão no fundo da boca. E enquanto isso a Mussurana está mastigando.
The rattlesnake's bite can kill most creatures, but for the Mussurana, it is just a skin wound. As a rear-fanged snake Opistoglyphus, the Mussurana begins to secrete digestive fluids as soon as it grabs the prey's head.
Faz parte da natureza.
Flexible jaw joints allow it to swallow targets weighing nearly as much as its own body. persistence, and amazing venom resistance have turned the Mussurana into the rattlesnake's greatest terror in nature. Black rat snake versus Copperhead. Cannibalistic instinct awakens as the black rat snake attacks the Copperhead. By pinning the opponent's head tight, turning the battle into a display of pure strength. The Copperhead's constriction coil narrows down. The oxygen intake process becomes impossible. This pressure completely stalls the circulatory system. It causes serious injury to the victim's internal organs. Natural venom resistance helps the black rat snake confidently subdue the opponent without worrying about being struck back. The predator loosens its body. It uses the Jacobson's organ through the forked tongue to check the prey's status. Thanks to unfixed jawbones, it expands its mouth to swallow the victim whole. Swallowing from the head helps the scales flow smoothly down the throat. What you have just watched is not only shocking, but also shows a truth. In nature, there is no clear boundary between predator and prey. Even the most dangerous species can become victims when facing their own kind. That is exactly the harsh but unchangeable law of survival. If you find this video fascinating, hit like, leave a comment about the moment that impressed you the most, and subscribe to the channel to continue exploring many other dramatic wild stories. Thank you for watching. See you again on the next journey.